I thought it was working fine before y'all joined and then it started getting funky. I'm going to drop our playlist into the chat and you can feel free to use music or not today. Especially with all of this, I have a little bit of an extra special thing I want to do in our practice today that involves a special deck of cards. So I will drop the playlist into the chat and I will meet you seated. So okay, the playlist is coming in right now. And feel free to use that or not use that. This week has been a lot. I don't know if you've felt the energy I have. I feel like the pull of Thursday's full moon really impacted me. Like I went to sleep feeling like my entire internal reserve was empty and I had like nothing left to give. And then I've sort of been slowly coming out of that. I'll also name the last week has been really heavy with grief of different varieties. And part of where I'm going by busting these out is this is called the transverse deck. This is a very tiny deck. There's a full-size version. I just have the tiny version. It is about processing collective and communal grief. And it's made by Michelle C. Johnson, the author of Skill in Action, amazing yogi and psychotherapist working around this and healing racial trauma and collective grief around that as well. Like the matriarch of my best friend's family, who has been getting older and is in her late 90s, passed away, and I'm sort of also honoring her. So I'm inviting you today as we go in, and let's actually cue up our playlist together. If you're taking it with me, let's hit play in 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, first sound you might hear is a church bell. Let the memories of that wash over you. If you're finding a seat that will feel stretchy and good, as we've been getting cold temperatures, I'll recommend finding a toe stretch, which is a kneeling position like this. Now, I've had a lot of pressure on my knee, so lately I've been grabbing a folded up towel and sort of putting it between my heels and my tailbone. Welcome to do that, welcome to not. As you drop into the space and you feel the sound of the bell, that kind of elder earth-like sound, I invite you to think about the journey that we've been on in the past month. If you've been in this class, we moved through survival, self-care, the false dichotomy between self and community care. Today, we're welcoming in the past, our ancestors, both blood ancestors, but also earth ancestors, chosen ancestors, activist ancestors, people of our choosing. As I run my hands over this deck, the first card I'm pulling is air. Affirmation says, I feel the winds of change around and inside of me. It's kind of perfect. As you ease into the sensations in your feet, think about air as it shows up in your breath. Perhaps call in an ancestor. Take a deep breath in, feel, see, welcome them. Breathe them out, share them with this space. As we move, we'll bring in other folks today. other ideas that help us draw on the wisdom of those who came before us to create and imagine a different future. Deep breath in, see and feel your energy, your space, and your line of ancestors, your lineage with that person. Deep breath out your power among the echo and the resonance of that line of people. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed if that feels stable. If you'd like to open them up, flutter your eyes. Look around your space. Where are the things that potentially ground you to now, but also motivate you to dream and imagine a future? Inhale, sweep your arms high above your head. Exhale, interlace your fingertips, then flip your wrists up like you're pushing the ceiling away. If you'd like to, you can untuck your toes, come to sitting down on your feet. Big breath in, look up, arch your back, seated cow. Exhale, seated cat, sweep your hands forward. Imagine pushing energy you don't need in this space away and turning into yourself, an introspective engagement of your core and spine. We'll flow through that 3 times. Inhale, lift up, rise, expand. Exhale, seated cat. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, seated cat. Last time, invitation to open up your hands. Inhale, spread out, be huge. And exhale, draw that energy in. Bring your palms to touch. Nestle your thumbs into the space of your hearts. Anjali Mudra, offering. Today, I offer up the land I'm on, the imagination of those ancestors, coming together with my ancestors, both blood and my ideological ancestors. I bring them in. I call on their strength to help me imagine something better. I invite you to rub your hands together. Since we've been doing this in class, let's do it today. Take one hand, give that energy back to you, and the other reach towards the screen. Share the love of you and your ancestors, the lines you're bringing in with this screen. Feel that, breathe it in. Breathe it out. And set both hands down, come into a tabletop position. Tabletop, you can tap out the tops of your feet. And as we're getting moving through your own regular cat and cow, I'll let you take that at your own pace. I'll draw another transverse card for us to carry forward. Spirit guides. Spirit guide, thank you for so lovingly being present to me right now. Your next cycle through cow and cat, return to a neutral tabletop. Magnetize the pads of your fingers into the earth. Lift up your middle knuckles almost like you're holding on to a ball, cupping your hands around someone's shoulder. Tuck your toes, deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. The first time you're here, explore it like it's the very first time. And pedal into one heel, the other. Ripple forward to high plank, then back. Inhale, gaze forward through your fingers. And exhale, walk into a wide forward fold. Allow your feet to be hips width distance. Bend your knees and imagine your head has that elder earth quality, the heaviness of all of the generations the people, the ideas, the ancestors you bring into this space. If it feels good, reach for opposite elbows or don't. Micro bend your knees, heel toe your feet to touch. With a heavy head, tuck your chin. Inhale, rise. Feel the earth of your body building bone on top of bone. Exhale, rise to stand. Let your fingertips be at either side of your hips, almost like you could brush them through water. Big breath in, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, first send them back and then down like a shoulder, a shelf for your heart. Let's begin. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Circle sweep your arms above your head. Imagine reaching towards the sky, grabbing memories, sinews, ideas, dreams of your ancestors from streams from the clouds. Big breath in, lengthen the space between the top of your hips and the bottom of your ribs. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms. Engage the tops of your glutes and send your heart up to those people, those ancestors. Inhale, rise to mountain. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, high halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Send your fingertips either to your shins or your quads, or, my favorite, take your thumbs to your hip creases. Bend your knees, pull your hip bones back with your arms, but then engage your core, shift to the balls of your feet, and roll your shoulders back so your elbows point up like grasshopper wings. Big breath in. Exhale, crouch and curl. Get low and lift your heels. Let this pose feel almost like a child, an embryo today. That time that you were just a cell in one of your ancestors' bodies. Reroot your heels. Inhale, high halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, high plank pose, Dandasana. High plank, drop your hips so they line up with your shoulders, and imagine your body is like an arrow flying through the sky with its tension, with its energy, with its direction. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Take it as slow or as fast. Knees or no knees, you know what you need. When you get to the bottom, untuck your toes, walk your fingertips back, again like grasshopper's wings. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. Inhale, baby cobra, lift up. Imagine, maybe you leave your fingertips spidered, maybe you lift them up. Big breath in. Exhale, slowly go down. And pass through a child's pose. In your child's pose, it's the first time you're here today. We went from embryo to child's pose, so notice that. Notice how it feels to build, to create a line, a personal history, a lineage. Inhale, rise back through tabletop. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, look through your fingertips. Exhale, travel there, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, high halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. We'll add on and build. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Sweep your fingertips high. Again, reach towards the clouds. Exhale, open twist right. Send your gaze back towards your right thumb. I'm doing lots of twisting in our bodies this month, so you're more than ready for this. Deep breath and imagine reaching back, grabbing someone, taking them with you. And exhale, half back bend. Right hand comes to your hip. Sweep your left hand up. Gaze towards your left thumb and imagine reaching for someone, offering you help. Maybe they are, psychically. Inhale, rise back to an open twist, free your right hand back. Then exhale, look down at your toes. Begin to hover your left foot This will take a little bit of core and inner thigh engagement. Deep breath in, step back, brush your left toes back. Exhale, step back, low lunge, then set your left palm down, low lunge with an open twist. Big breath in, imagine grabbing your ceiling, brushing it with your fingertips. Exhale, set your right hand down and set your left knee down as well. Inhale, crescent moon, sweep. I like to tuck my toes. You don't need to. You can choose what feels best on your left knee. Big breath in. Imagine, again, lengthening the space between the top of your hip bone and the bottom of your ribs. Exhale, shift back, wide half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. The first time you're here doesn't need to be the deepest hamstring stretch. You're simply waking up. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Focus on the sensations. Big breath in. Long breath out. If you've dropped your tailbone down like I have, inhale, rise back up. Exhale, bend into your right knee. Retuck your left toes, low lunge. Connect your palms to your mat or to your earth below you. Inhale, send your right leg up. Exhale, scorpion dog. Play with sensation. Move your knee in deep circles. Potentially lift up and over. Play with how you feel. Inhale, re-extend your right knee, three-legged dog. Exhale, set your right toe down, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward through your fingers. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, high halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana, and reach towards the sky. Exhale, sweep your left arm back, open twist. Inhale, imagine lengthening the space in front of your left pec muscle. Exhale, half back bend, left hand comes to your hip. Right hand sweeps up. Gaze towards your right thumb. Again, imagine someone's throwing you a line, maybe an idea, maybe a source of inspiration. Inhale, rise up back to open twist with mountain legs. Exhale, look down at your right toe and start to hover it. Inhale, sweep your right foot back. Exhale, step back, low lunge, root your right palm. Inhale, simple twist. Gaze up towards your left fingertips. Exhale, set your left hand down and set your right knee into the earth. Inhale, low crescent moon, sweep. The key into sensation. Again, you can tuck or untuck your toe. You know what will feel better in your knee. You can take simple movements like I am, checking in. Are there any messages that my body's trying to give me right now? Take a deep breath in. You might look up, but imagine lengthening the space between the top of your hip bone and the bottom of your ribs. Exhale, wide half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Shift your hips back. Lengthen your left hamstring, and it might feel different than the right. That's okay. Simply witness your breath, witness its quality. That could also be a message. Long, deep inhale. Long, deep exhale. If you've dropped your hips down like I have, inhale, rise back up. Exhale, re-bend into your left knee, re-extend your right knee. Palms connect to your earth. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, invitation to take scorpion dog, play with it. Is there anything that feels different? side to side, anything that feels different from the other day. Inhale, re-extend your left leg. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, go there, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, high halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, back bend, Anuvattasana, cactus your arms. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, high halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, crouch and curl. Feel again that embryonic energy, that spark of new creation. What idea will we carry forward with us into the next part of class? Deep breath in, see and witness whatever's coming in. Deep breath out. Relax your heels down to the earth. To rinse your spine, inhale, high halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, flow through high to low, Chaturanga Dandasana. You can always take this all the way down or skip it. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, send your right heel high. Now take a moment, look back at your toes. If they're pointing out to the side, drop your hip. Roll the top of your right hip forward. If that lowers your leg, that's okay. Big breath in with that squared pelvis energy. Feel strong. Exhale, right knee to left tricep. Inhale, send your left or right leg high, rather. Pass through knee to nose, get to a low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, open twist to the right. Let your gaze follow your right thumb. Inhale, double lunge, hands to heart center. Keep the twist. Exhale, rise up. Inhale, exalted crescent. Sweep your left hand high to the ceiling. Exhale, cat lunge. Fingertips sweep down to the earth. Extend through your right knee. Now, in your cat lunge, it's different than pyramid pose. Keep your left heel really lifted. Harness that power in your back leg to pull your right hip bone back. And if it feels good, tuck your chin, curl, rather than lengthening your head down. Big breath in, feel and see sensation in your right hamstring. Big breath out, share that sensation. Share that message from your ancestor. Rebend into your right knee. Inhale, extended crescent, warrior 3 arms. Exhale, warrior 2. Connect your left heel to the earth and open up. The toes point out, generous bend into your right knee. Now today I invite you to take your hands to your heart through this entire thing. Inhale, reverse warrior, sweep your right arm back. I'm taking my left hand to my heart. Exhale, extended side angle. You can keep your hand on your heart. Use your hand on your heart to roll your left shoulder open. Inhale, star pose, rise up. Send your hands towards the ceiling. Yeah, beautiful. Exhale, horse pose. Find Anjali Mudra again. Just because I need it this morning, you can rub your hands together. Sway side to side. As you rub your hands, generate that heat, that fire, that tapas to transform our energy, our tejas. Rub. And this time, send your hands to a place in your body that needs love. Maybe 2 places. I need it 2 places today. Inhale, return to star. Maybe keep your eyes closed. If that feels okay, lift up your chin. Exhale, warrior two, rebend into your right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior, hand to your heart. Exhale, plant your palms. Flow high to low, chaturanga dandasana. Awesome, Roger, so strong. Inhale, up dog. Nice, Jessica. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, send your left heel high. Exhale, same thing. Look down at your toes. If your toes are curving out to the side, roll the front of your left hip bone down. That means you lower your leg just a few inches. That's fine. Inhale, extend up, even if your leg doesn't move. Exhale, left knee to right tricep. Inhale, send your left heel high. Exhale, pass through knee to nose. Get to low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana, rise up. Now this time your right knee is lifted, but if that's pulling your right hip bone back, you can always shorten your stance or micro bend your back knee. Big breath in, lift up. Exhale, open twist left. Send your left arm back. Re-engage your inner thighs if you're finding any wobbliness. That helps keep you stable. Inhale here. Exhale, double lunge, hands to heart center. Keep that twist. Inhale, rise up and extend your arms. Exhale, exalted crescent. Sweep your right arm up. Big breath in. Exhale, cat lunge. Sweep your fingertips down, extend your left knee. And again, keep your right heel lifted. Harness that power that gives you to take your right hip or left hip bone back. You can even take your left thumb to your left hip crease. And feel how this might feel the same as the half splits, might feel really different. What's coming in? What are you picking up on? Either in your body or in your space. Big breath in. Big breath out. Rebend into your left knee. Inhale, extended crescent. Warrior three arms. Exhale, warrior two, open it up. The same feeling, connect your right heel to the ground, then lift up through the arches of both feet. That'll activate your outer hips. I'll offer that hand to heart variation today. Inhale, reverse warrior, hand to heart. Exhale, extended side angle. Invitation to still keep your hand on your heart. And when you find that position, roll that right side of your heart towards the ceiling. Yeah, beautiful. Inhale, star pose, rise up. Exhale, horse pose, Anjali Mudra. This time, take your hands to your inner thighs. Inhale, send the crown of your head forward. Exhale, twist and dip. Send your left shoulder forward, look back over your right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist and dip, other side. We'll flow through that one more time. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, free your hands. Find Anjali Mudra again. Inhale, rise up, star. Exhale, warrior two, rebend into your left knee. Inhale, reverse warrior, hand to heart. Exhale, plant your palms. Flow through your chaturanga or skip it. You can always hold high plank dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog if you're taking it. So strong, Roger. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll flow that breath to movement one time. Inhale, right heel high. Exhale, right knee to left tricep. Inhale, right heel high. Exhale, pass through knee to nose, get to low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise up. Exhale, open, twist right. Inhale, expand. Exhale, double lunge, keep the twist, hands to Anjali Mudra. Inhale, rise up, expand. Exhale, exalted crescent. Inhale, can you lengthen more? Exhale, modified cat lunge. We'll hold this for a full cycle of breath. Deep breath in. Exhale, what are you picking up on in your space, in your body? Is it a message? Rebend your right knee. Inhale, extended crescent, warrior 3 arms. Exhale, warrior 2, like you're drawing a bow and arrow. Inhale, reverse warrior, hand to heart. Exhale, extended side angle, and let your hand to heart remind you to roll your left shoulder open. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse pose. I'll turn to face you. We did that beautiful warm up for our feet at the beginning of class. We're going to tune back into that right now. So lift your right heel up. Set it down. Lift your left heel up. Set it down. We'll lift both heels. It's lift, lower, lift, lower. Exhale. Exhale. I'm feeling my inner thighs being destabilized here. We'll take this strengthening. Yes, Shayna. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your heels and expand again. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior 2, bend your right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior, hand to heart. Exhale, plant your palms. Flow through your own flow or skip it. Do what your body needs today. Inhale, up dog, Urdhva Mukha if you're taking it. Yeah, beautiful puppy, Ava. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left heel high. Exhale, left knee to right tricep. Inhale, left heel high. Exhale, pass through knee to nose, get to low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open, twist left. Inhale, expand. Exhale, double lunge, hands come to Anjali Mudra, keep the twist. Inhale, expand. Exhale, exalted crescent. Sweep your right arm high. Inhale, could you lengthen just a little more? Exhale, modified cat lunge. Extend through your left knee. Then bear witness in the true sense of that to your sensations. So breathe them in, full inhale. Full exhale. Rebend into your left knee. Inhale, extended crescent. Warrior 3 arms. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior, hand to heart. Who are you reaching for? Which lineage, which line? Exhale, extended side angle. Roll your right shoulder open. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse pose. This time we'll give the feet a break. We'll play with eagle arms. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, right elbow sweeps under left. Our first bus stop, you can always come right here, hands to shoulders. You can reach for opposite palms. Your body, your choice. Sunday morning might not be the same as Saturday night, so honor if this looks different than yesterday. Inhale, lift your elbows up. You might feel a slight back bend in your upper chest. Exhale, pull your elbows in and crunch. You'll round forward a little bit like cat at the very beginning of class. Inhale, lift up your elbows one more time. Exhale, pull your elbows in. And release your arms out to a T. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse, hands sweep through Anjali Mudra. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, this time left elbow under right. You can grab for shoulders, you can grab for palms. Garudasana arms. Inhale, lift your elbows up, maybe slightly back bend. You'll feel your legs working now. Exhale, curl in, crunch. Get that cat spine. One more time, inhale, find that uplift in your heart, in your gaze, in your disposition. And exhale, pull back inward. Integrate that. Reflect. Introspect. Release your eagle arms. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Bend your left knee. Inhale, reverse warrior, hand to heart. Exhale, plant your palms. Flow through high to low, chaturanga. Or skip it. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, in your downward dog right now, I invite you to close your eyes. You're in your bubbles, you're in your safe spaces. Deep breath in through your nose. And freeing exhale, let it feel heavy like a sigh. Few cycles of breath here. I will pull another card. Inward. I make space to go inward, to deeply know myself. Full inhale. Imagine hollowing out your belly towards the base of your spine. And exhale, re-engage your core muscles. Feel that sucking it in isn't what strengthening is. It's that exhale that brings the strength. Inhale, ripple forward, high plank pose. Exhale, drop to forearm plank. And a little bit of a fun thing that I like doing, leave your fists unclenched. So leave your arms out like an 11. Then put the shoelace side of your feet down into the earth. We'll flow through a baby sphinx to a core, a funny little forearm plank. So right now you're in a forearm plank with the tops of your feet on the ground. For me, this is harder than regular forearm plank. Take a deep breath in, see, witness, honor your effort. Exhale, set your hip bones down. Lift your gaze. Maybe push into your hands, rise up, cobra pose. Big breath in. Exhale, set your elbows down, engage your core, lift your booty up. Big breath in, see, feel, witness effort. Exhale, comb the ground with your hip bones. Lift your chin, maybe push into your hands, cobra. One more time, inhale, drop your elbows. Exhale, push your feet into the earth, lift your booty up. Modified forearm plank. Maybe you feel a little shaking. Breathe it in, celebrate that tapas, that fire. Big breath in. Exhale, set your hip bones down. Lift your chin. Maybe extend your arms, maybe don't. You know what you need. Big breath in. Exhale, child's pose. Sweep it back. And take a moment, forehead into the earth. What is the quality of your breath? The quality of your energy? Where are you making space to go inward, to know yourself deeply? Inhale, shift forward, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your right heel high. Exhale, right knee to left tricep. Inhale, right heel high. Exhale, pass through knee to nose, get to low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, open twist right. Inhale, expand. Imagine rotating your whole rib cage just a few degrees further. Exhale, double lunge, hands to Anjali Mudra. Now here, my knee is still hovered, but I'm about to set it down. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, send your left elbow to your right knee and set your left knee down. This is the common modification of revolved crescent lunge. But today, let this be the main focus with knee down to make space in the front of your left hip. You're invited to keep your hands in Anjali Mudra if you want to try on a half bind. That's been feeling good in my practice lately, probably because Ava's been teaching half binds so much. Maybe even hand to heart once more. Big breath in, see, feel, witness your energy. Long, deep breath out. One more inhale in your revolved crescent lunge. Exhale, runner's lunge. Hands come inside your right foot. You can widen your right foot out. Then shift forward. A deep lunge. Now, the stillness of the deep lunge might be what you want. That deep elder earth inner feeling. If you're feeling more watery, you might move around, twist. If you're feeling fiery, you might ease back into the twist. You might even take a quad stretch. And the air is with you in every moment because it's every breath you take. Full deep inhale. Long deep exhale. If you're in some sort of variation, come back to the basic layer. If you're down on your forearms or closer to the earth, inhale, lift back up to your fingertips. Exhale, shift back, half splits. Now this is the time where you may move towards full splits. You may stay in your half splits. You may add on twists. I won't prescribe what today, but I'll prescribe the feeling. Wherever you go today, let this sensation, this deep, intense sensation in your right hamstring, be to honor someone who's visited you in the past 45 minutes. Someone who's come into your consciousness. Someone who's maybe left you an I'm thinking of you message in small ways, like a bird that flew by, a picture you saw on your mantle. If you've moved towards full splits, come back to half splits. If you're in a twist in your half splits, come back to center. Inhale, re-bend your right knee, set your right toes down. Exhale, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee up, low lunge. Shoot your right foot back, high plank. Side plank Vashisthasana, left palm is your base. You can also use left forearm. And today I offer up a different variation in this. We often think about lifting our top leg. Today, lock your top leg into the ground and bet you to kick your bottom leg forward. You can set the knife edge of your foot down, or you can lift your toes up, or you can just keep your feet together. You know what you need. Final breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, make your way back to a high plank pose. Option to flow through chaturanga, option to simply meet me in down dog. We'll be there in 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your intuition guide how you got there. It doesn't matter if it's the same as me. Inhale, send your left heel high. Exhale, left knee to right tricep. Inhale, left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, open twist left. Inhale, get really big, feel like you're expanding. Maybe quarter turn your rib cage just a tiny bit more. Exhale, double lunge, hands come to Anjali Mudra. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, set your right knee on your left, or rather right elbow on left knee, and set your right knee on the earth. And leave your right toes tucked or untucked. But breathe into this modified revolved crescent lunge. Beautiful, friends, yeah. Can you peel the left side of your heart open? Notice where your gaze goes. Is it up or down? Perhaps you're looking at something that's a tether to an ancestor, a lineage, an idea. And you can take the half bind or not. You can play with hands in Anjali Mudra or not. Now, wherever you've chosen to go, where your creativity, your inspiration has taken you, last big breath in. Exhale, runner's lunge. Both hands inside your left foot and shift your hips forward. Again, this can be what you need it to be. It can be laying your head onto the earth. It can be wiggling, adjusting. It can be a twist. It can be a quad stretch. You're in a variation in your runner's lunge, a quad stretch, or a twist. Come back to center. You've moved down to the earth. You've come down to forearms. Next inhale, rise up. Exhale, shift back, half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. And from there, you can choose, you can add on a twist, you can move towards full splits. This shape to me means devotion, love, dedication, true friendship. Many of you know this, but Hanuman left across an ocean to save his best friend's wife. When I think about the network of my ancestors, their stories, the ways they showed up or didn't, themes of devotion, of selfless service come up. Where am I continuing their work? Where am I perhaps choosing different work? That's okay. Breathe into sensation. I will draw another card. Crack open. I allow my whole being to shatter in order to reconstitute what it means to be me. Perhaps you have that energy, perhaps you don't. That's okay. It might be an ancestor in your lineage that's bringing that energy. If you've moved towards full splits, come back to half splits. Half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, lift up your heart. Exhale, re-bend into your right knee. Connect your entire right foot to the earth. And tuck your right, or rather, your left foot to the earth. Tuck your right toes. Inhale, lift up, low lunge. Exhale, shoot your left foot back, high plank. Then side plank Vashisthasana, right palm or right forearm is your base. And again, rather than lifting up your top leg, lock your inner arch of your left foot into the earth. And sweep your right foot forward. Feel how your inner thighs mobilize and support you. Side plank Vashisthasana, take one more breath. And bend your knees, make your way back to high plank. Flow through high plank or don't. I'll meet you in down dog in 4. Final 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Fun little IT band calf thing that I'll show. I'll get closer to the screen so you can see what I'm doing. Inhale, send your right heel high. Then exhale, take your right foot and connect the space between your big and second toe to your left heel. Like you're pushing your left heel closer to the earth. Breathe into this sensation. I feel a lot right now. Inhale, send your left heel high. Exhale, half pigeon. Send your left shin forward. Invitation to grab a book, a block, a folded towel, and set it under your right hip. And today, because we're bringing in our ancestors, because we're working with imagination, if it feels good, sleep your pigeon. And interlace your fingertips, create a delicate mat to rest your forehead and eyebrows on. You might also set your forehead and eyebrows into a towel, a block, a book. Maybe what you choose to set your forehead into reminds you of someone. If it does, notice that. Imagine that on the back of your rib cage, so just below your shoulder blades on your back, your lungs were almost outside of your body. Imagine that when you breathe, they would fill up like balloons and look like wings rising up off your back. With every exhale, you let that deflate. You allow it to rest, knowing that it will inflate again. You have that trust in your breath, the air of your body. Half pigeons. Inhale, rise up to your fingertips. Exhale, set your right hip bone down and send your legs out in front of you, wide V. Now, the V might look like this, the V might look like that. So the beauty of a collective is that we can all be different, and that makes the collective stronger. Inhale, reach high. Draw in some lineages, some ancestors, some memories. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. You might set your fingertips on the earth, maybe a book, a block, something in front of you. You might lay down and set your forearms down. Everyone will be different. Everyone will find these shapes of introspection and honor differently in our bodies. Inhale, walk your fingertips back up. Come to sitting upright. And exhale, help your left knee to bend. We'll set it for half pigeon on the other side without passing through down dog. So set your left shin like a 7 shape. And move so your hips face your left shin. Inhale, lift up your heart. And exhale, sleep your way forward. And consciously decide, where do you set your consciousness? I'll draw a card. It feels right. Nature. I go inward to clearly connect with my truth in order to know my essence, my place in this world around me. Inhale, begin to climb back up to sitting upright. And similar transition. Exhale, set your left sit bone down. And send your legs back out to that V shape. This time we'll take side stretching, so you might change the depth or width of your V, knowing where we're going. Arms to a T, again, big breath in, pull in the energy from around you, and exhale, pull it forward. Thumbs to your heart, big breath in. Exhale, set your right hand down, reach up and over with your left, side stretch. Now again, you choose what you channel. If earth comes up and stillness, almost a stoicism of the body feels good to you, allow that. I'm feeling watery. I'm playing with rotating my rib cage open and closed. Fiery, I might try twisting. And the air is always with you in your breath. If you've taken movements, finish your cycle. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, draw your hands through Anjali Mudra again, that offering. Big breath in. Exhale, set your left palm down, reach your right arm up and over, side stretch. Now again, you might choose stillness. You might rotate your rib cage forward and back. You might twist your arm diagonally in front of you. You know what you need. Inhale, rise back up. And exhale, take your hands behind both knees, help your knees to bend and help them to close. Heels into the earth, reach forward with your hands, last inhale. Exhale, roll to laying down on your mats. I drew a card, I'll take it as we transform onto our backs. It's metamorphosis. I commit to moving through so that I can experience the transformation that is being asked, felt, and sensed by those who came before me. As you land on the earth, lock your heels into the earth. We'll take one back bend today, just bridge pose. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. Inhale, curl your hips and pelvis up. Invitation to take your hands to your hips and push your hips towards the sky. Then engage your inner thighs lightly. See if that causes a little stretch in the front of your hips. Last breath in. Exhale, slowly roll down bone by bone. Arms to a cactus, a V, or a T. Let your knees fall into your chest. Last big inhale. Exhale, send both knees to your left, look right. Simple supine twist. You can change the shape of your legs if that feels good. Or don't. Inhale, knees rise back over your belly button. And exhale, both knees move to your right. Let your gaze shift to the left. Perhaps you see some artifact, some visualization, some memory of someone. Inhale, both knees rise back over your belly button, your heart, your chest. And with your last and deepest breath in, tuck your chin. Invitation to interlace your fingertips or forearms around your shins. Give yourself a hug. Find that embryo energy once more. Big inhale, be small. And exhale, be expansive. Let your body rest and imagine that maybe the spaces where the edge of you hits the edge of the air that surrounds you, there are people, ancestors, blood ancestors, chosen ancestors, earth ancestors, flanking you, walking alongside you, re-inspiring you. Bear witness to your breath. What is its quality? If you haven't already done so, put a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly. Feel the closed circuit of your breath, but feel how it isn't really a closed circuit at all. It's open, expanded, receptive. I'll draw one final card, our 7th card. Healing. I am whole. I am unbroken. I am healing. You're invited to stay laying, resting in this healing place. Healing looks like what you need it to be. You decide. If you'd like to be guided out, reach your arms back over your head. Again, imagine reaching your toes and fingers vast, expansive apart, reaching for dreams, lineages, memories, visitors. And pull that energy in. Roll to one side, find a supported fetal position. That embryo, that re-waking up. And in your own time, your own way, rise up to a comfortable seat, your easy seat Sukhasana. If it feels good, let's rub our hands together one more time. One hand on heart, one hand to you. The ether, the cosmos that connects us, the internet. That other element we don't always talk about. And draw your other hand back in. I see each of you. I honor the ancestors you bring in and the creative ideas that they may impart onto you and may have imparted onto you during this hour of movement. If it feels authentic, raise your thumbs from your heart to your forehead. With Shanti, peace in my heart, and Shakti, power in my mind, I see, I witness you. With peace and power, let's build something beautiful. Let's imagine a new reality. Thank you. I'll blow out this candle for us. It took 2 blows. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's going to be some hard work. Friends, I'll invite you to unmute. Let me actually, I don't even, oh, I am the host. Okay. It's like, am I the host again or not? Friends, I apologize about the audio. I honestly, I'm gonna say this. Usually Mercury retrograde is good for me. This is like an example of my AirPods weren't connecting to this. Um, but I guess that just goes to show, and there's a kind of beauty in that. I was questioning whether or not I wanted to bring out this deck of cards. I have been drawing a card for a dear, dear friend of mine who's dealing with grief right now. And these aren't tarot cards, they're like processing cards for grief. And I have a miniature deck that has a little mantra on each one, but there's a full deck with the mantras written out in a book as well. I think it's funny because I think when we've been talking about really is there a difference between taking care of yourself and taking care of your community? Because in a way, the collective and the self are so connected. And I sound so Aquarian vibes right now when I talk about this. But it is, I've really been thinking about that as we move into a new year and there's hope, as we move into a new political administration that'll at least hopefully not stop the momentum. I mean, it could, but I'm just trying to approach like mourning what happened last year, but still having this imaginative expansiveness of what we can create now. And it takes us taking care of ourselves. It takes us taking care of our community. But something that actually really Michelle C. Johnson, who I love, introduced to me was this idea that if you don't heal collective grief, there's a tamp, there's a ceiling on what we can dream of and expand towards. And I don't think I wanted to face that when it was introduced to me, but I'm trying to tap into it now. Thank you so much. Also, part of why I said you can pick chosen ancestors. I know I have ancestors who I honestly wish I could disown. Memories I don't want to carry forward. And that's, I think, part of a lot of our histories and families as well. So you can have an activist ancestor. You can have a chosen ancestor, an earth ancestor. And I like being able to think of families more expansively like that as well.
100%. Thank you, Gabi. It was a beautiful class.
Oh, thank you, Jessica. It's a dear friend of mine. It's she feels like she's almost my adopted grandmother, but not my grandmother. Thank you, Ava. I feel like I should, if you're curious about the person who I lost, put it this way. She would throw salt over her shoulder and she would always speak in broken Spanish and English. She was this beautiful El Salvadorian woman. My dear friend Elise, who's almost like a sister to me, is Tata, her grandmother, and an indication of her character was we asked her how she felt about marriage, and she just looked and was like, I respect, but I never obey. And like low key, like that statement from my friend's grandmother was like our motto when we were teenagers. We would stack hands on that. I respect, but I never obey. And it just, yeah, she was like a grandmother to me as well. So I love and I honor her. And I also honor my friend's family who's going through more of the direct feelings of loss.
The first person who came to my mind when you said think of an ancestor, Gabi, is my I have a great grandma who passed like years ago, and she was like, I wasn't her favorite kid, right? I don't know why either. I have no idea why. But she was like salty and bitter. I think it was really healing for me actually to bring her back into my heart and see her as an ancestor, and that she has influence on me, even if it was like this, maybe not the best relationship here on earth. I could sense she's there supporting me, even though like we had kind of this weird relationship when she was here on earth. I can sense that there's this support behind that, just the like that feminine energy of nurturing, even though I didn't feel it when she was here. Yeah, it was a nice reminder.
Thank you for sharing that, Jana. That's really an honor to hear.
And I really like your hair, Roger. I don't think I've seen you blonde.
Thank you. It's so
like your
interesting.
crown. Your crown is all lit up with the gold of your blonde hair, Roger.
Yeah, thanks. No, I was thinking of maternal grandmother too. So there's something about that energy, right? That grandmother, right? I think.
I'm
But
worried I may bring that in always because my maternal grandmother is a very, very interesting and like all-encompassing presence in my life, even though she passed away when I was 12. But maybe I always am afraid of that because I feel like the first ancestor I always think of is my maternal grandmother. I also feel like she lives in me. I look a lot like her to a point that it freaks out some people in my family sometimes.
Maternal grandmother this time. It felt good to remember her and honor her.
And Ava, I'll be in your class later. I'm going to have a brief Sanskrit lesson before that, but
sounds like
which
a good.
Actually, that friend is also dealing with the loss of a friend. And it's just, yeah, I feel like, I don't know, but the week felt so, I left last weekend being like, wow, everyone I know is like directly or indirectly being touched by death right now. And it's weird and hard to hold space for. And I've been trying to hold space and process with people, but I think that's part of why on Thursday I felt like I spent almost the entire day on the phone, which was weird. And I felt like my throat was dying, but it also felt really important. So I was like, how can I take care of myself to be able to try to hold space more? Yeah.
Well, sorry for your loss.
I'm sorry for all of our losses. I mean, I feel like that's kind of the beauty of a class like this is it's sort of bringing up the lessons learned from that. But I also feel like there's so much power in being able to imagine a better future from those lessons, like the deep resonance of our ancestors and the mistakes they made, or the really bold and courageous things they did.
I love that Aquarius energy coming through.
I feel like it's extra like this is probably the most Aquarius season I've ever had. And I'm totally in denial that my birthday is this week, and I'm not wanting to think about it. I'm just wanting to think about Aquarius season. But
what day is it?
It's Wednesday.
Yay.
I just a week after that intense full moon. Well, it was technically Thursday, but it feels like that's all connected. Shayna, what were you gonna say?
I was just saying Amar's feeling the same way you are. He like doesn't want to admit that it's his birthday. Like doesn't want anyone to do anything. He's just like, I don't even care this year.
I feel like, I mean, a lot happened last year, but it doesn't feel like as much. I don't know. It feels like I hit pause and like I feel what this playlist was actually. This playlist was December 19. Like I put this because I was like, crap, okay, my playlist isn't working. I'm just gonna use this one because I think it'll work. And the playlist I sent y'all was from December of 2019. And I was like, why am I going to the past like that?
Shayna, who's to your left?
I was gonna say, hi, Kevin.
Hi, how's everybody?
Hi.
Gabi, it was a great class.
Wonderful to meet you. I'm honored to finally get to see your face.
Yeah, same. I feel really good right now.
I'm glad.
I needed this morning.
That makes me feel good. I love being of service, even if it's in a weird space holding service place.
We're all used to now, right? For now.
Yeah. Oh, so to the small amount of us left, the things I pulled were air, spirit guide, inward, nature, crack open, metamorphosis, and healing. Those were the 7 cards that came out.
When you pulled the nature card, the sun came out here, and I was like, oh, I want to go outside. I was like, I need to do that today. And then you were like, nature. And I was like, yep, 100%.
I've not used these cards. Like, I've not used these cards very much. I got them in the mail on Thursday, the full moon. So it's kind of I actually ordered a set for my friend Elise, and I ordered a set for my mother, because my mother works with death and my mom's an HIV specialized nurse, and grief is a big part of her life. My mom, I almost see as like, she's almost like a grief holder in a way that I don't know very many people that can hold space for death in the way she can. But I was like, what are you doing to take care of yourself? I want to get, so I got her the big version of these cards. But yeah, I had this weird workshop with Michelle C. Johnson, and we were talking about collective grief, and this was actually back in October, but it sort of woke me up to a lot and shifted something majorly in my life. And I'm still sort of processing the teachings from her. But she wrote Skill in Action, which is a famous book about yoga and social justice. And she also, I think in 2021, is coming out with a book about collective grief and processing it as community, which, I mean, hell, I feel like that's what we need right now. There's a lot of that, a lot more coalition building, but
For sure. The deck name?
It's called Transverse.
Cool.
And this is what it looks like. This is like the pocket. If you go on her website, she has a full size deck and then a pocket deck, and I ordered myself the pocket deck because I wanted to buy a full deck for my mom and I didn't have enough money, so I bought Elise and I pocket decks because they were a little bit less expensive. And it was weird. I actually bought this deck for Elise because I knew her grandmother was going to die soon, and it was like, she will need this, and I just felt that, and I'm glad she has it with her during this time.
You're a good friend, Gabi.
It feels weird to be like, I have a feeling you're going to experience loss, so I want to buy you this tool of alchemy to process the loss. But she knew it was coming too. Like, she's had a really rough year of sort of driving and then emergency having to fly back and forth between Oakland and our hometown Long Beach a lot, and has been doing like all night elder care when they can't find someone to fill in. And so I know she's probably feeling like a sense of honor, but also a sense of relief that this has been, yeah, I don't know. It's hard. Loss is hard. And it's hard when the person that you're losing is so influential and powerful in your life, like this person was. Anyway.
Sending you lots of love.
And I'm sending you love, and I'll be there. I'm excited to do some wall yoga later today.
I'm excited too, because I get to like take while Michelle is teaching and then teach. So it's going to be fun. It'll be nice.
And I might have a different space because the wall is to the left of me. And I realize whenever I have to do wall things, I have to shift where my camera is.
I had to move my camera over here too. I don't have like it's ironic. I don't actually have the best wall space here to practice, but it'll work out. It's going to be okay.